here. Fresh. Okay. Here we are. Alright folks, welcome back for part 3 of my Jedi Fallen Order Grandmaster playthrough and 100% walkthrough. Okay, at this point, if you recall, yesterday we stopped right after getting back to Zepho for our second time. This time we will be going through Zepho for the second visit and getting into the Tomb of Mictrul. Sorry, I can hear myself talking on my stream, on my laptop, and it's throwing me off. Now, last night I had to actually load a game to look at something from a different game for someone I was helping on Reddit. So I'm going to have to load my journey. And this is where we are. The derelict hangar on Zepho. And now once the game gets in and set up, I'll give you guys a little bit of an overview of what we can expect here. And then from there we'll move on and go ahead and start working our way to the Tomb of Mictrul. And the Tomb of Mictrul is really super easy. It's just kind of spread out. Jeez. Okay, there we go. I was wondering when my textures were going to load in. Alright. Let's see. I'm not in the proper attire here. Let's see. We're going to go ahead and go back to my Grey Jedi stylings. And let's move on. So what we're going to expect here, I'll go ahead and pull up my map. I would like to apologize in advance. Yesterday when I was going through my recap at the end, I noticed that I actually did pass something up, but that's no problem because we're going to have to go back through here anyhow, and so I can get this door for you. Which all it contains is a chest and the extra 5% of the weathered monument. And what we want to do is we're going to follow our path around the same way we did before. Except now we're going to take the shortcut we unlocked. We're going to go around and come back through here. We're going to take this yellow pathway that we bypassed the last route. And at that point, we'll unlock portions of the map that aren't visible right now, and we'll wind up coming out over here, well, near this area here. But we won't actually be on this visible section of the map. You'll see, and it's relatively straightforward. We'll get through. And we're going to have a lot of fun here. I'm going to turn this down more because my echo is really killing me. It's really hard to hear yourself talk while you're talking. I apologize for that. Alright, so that being said, let's go ahead and take off. Well, here, my girlfriend suggested this, so I'll go ahead and do it, even though I already did this in the first video. Some little suggestions for understanding how to use this map properly. The trick with the map is you have to kind of have a memory of where you've been, because the map doesn't unlock until you go there. So what you do is, now that you're here and you know that this is the abandoned village and you know which way you go through it, then you can kind of have an idea. And what you can do is you can look at it and see which pathways take you where, and just follow them. Because, I mean, the map it's pretty obvious. The map literally only shows you the things you can actually touch or be on. And so you just look at it. And I know once the maps get more filled out, especially on the larger planets like this one, which this one is by far the biggest planet, has the most levels and stuff. Well, that's not necessarily true. Dathomir can be incredibly confusing, but that's just because the layout of it resembles a tower. But you don't necessarily always have to be on the first floor to view what's on the first floor, or the second floor, or third. You can scroll through and you can look at the different things. Of course, you'll only be able to light up the things that are on the floor that you're set to. But if you control your zoom level and you turn your angles, it'll really help you, once you have an understanding of the layout of an area, on how to look at this map and actually comprehend where you're at. Now, if you click down on your right analog stick, that'll always snap you back to your character's location on the map. Clicking down on the left stick doesn't do anything, so there's no point in even bothering trying that. Of course, you zoom with your left trigger and right trigger, or R2 and L2. Your right stick is your pan, left and right, and up and down. You can't really pan down very much, which is kind of inconvenient, especially when the map starts to get filled out. But if you play with it, you'll get to where you understand it. Alright, let's move on.
For the Empire, I fought for sport. Undefeated. At least in those fights, a chance. Still standing, aren't I? Still got it.
He's gonna be defeated today. Let's see. We're gonna bypass all these morons, because all we have to do is come this way.
Hostile under us. Confirmed.
Take him out. Just you and me, guy.
Okay. Now, if you recall, the last time we were here, we pushed this bridge down. It's going to save us a little bit of time. We'll come right back across here. If you forgot to come back and get this guy on our return trip after the first visit, then go ahead and grab it now.
Jedi, here?
Good night.
You there, present yourself.
Sorry, bud. Later. Okay. Okay. Bump our skill tree real quick. See if there's anything that I might be interested in getting. Empowered slow, burst slow. Repulse is actually a really good one if you get pretty seamless with it, but as you can see, I don't have enough points for that yet. At this point, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and save this skill point because we're close to acquiring a new ability, and I'd rather have some of the abilities that come with that ability. So we're going to move on. We've already been this way. If you missed anything, you can go back that way, but you can also get everywhere that way takes you from here, for the most part. Because that's just the longer path to bring you to where this door leads you. We're going to come through here, open this door. You will encounter some enemies.
Got it. Blast them. Fire at will.
Okay.
Fight them.
I would recommend going and switch into your double blade saber.
Take him down.
Ah, that grenade got me.
Get down. Take the shot.
Damn it.
So tough.
That grenade kind of screwed me right off the bat there. And congratulations, I've already died once. Oh, hello, we have a viewer. Once more, as always, if you have any questions, feel free to ask them. I appreciate you taking the time to come watch my stream, and I hope you enjoy it. Alright, let's try this again. Make sure I've got my double blade saber out ahead of time. Just goes to show how quick even somebody who's played this game a bunch of times, and I mean, I'm not no slouch on the combat, but it's a little harder to when I'm having to think, talk, and fight than when I just sit here and play it by myself. But
Loud and clear.
frick.
Take a game. Don't let up. Hit him. Blasting again. You want to handle this?
He's hit.
Okay, Jedi. Fight me.
Keep forgetting I don't have the switch attack yet. Alright. So, now that I've thoroughly made myself look incompetent, let's roll through here. You'll notice these guys are gone now, which is, you know, kind of a breath of fresh air. You don't have to deal with them. These guys around the corner, though, will still be here. Thought I was gonna miss the rope.
A little help, BD? Good work,
Shouldn't have
BD.
too much issue, but I'm gonna go ahead and come around. Okay, thank you for the second wind gust. I tried to avoid that first one, but it didn't want to cooperate. Okay.
Look out.
Come on, don't let him get you.
Alright. That was actually a clean little combo. Now this is that door that I skipped earlier, but I was towards the end of my stream. I was trying to hurry and get
Let's
to
see what's
Kashyyyk,
behind
and I simply forgot it. I'm sorry. But you run in here and you'll have a chest. Once, like I said, I can't remember what the chest contained, because, I mean, it's just been so long since I've opened them all. But as you can see, the Weathered Monument is now 100% explored. Now you'll just want to come this way. Come right through here. Sometimes you
Here,
can hear some
there's a
pretty
transport
comical
ship leaving the
conversations in
Empire's base.
this room here.
I heard. They plan to bring Zepho
You stop right
artifacts to
here,
Coruscant.
and you'll see this little
What does that mean?
stormtrooper helmet.
That the Emperor is interested in Zepho? Maybe.
You're gonna want to sense this echo.
Villager was wounded, but he took out a trooper.
Alright. Come this way. I'm gonna walk a little slower because I'm having some frame rate drops. I'm gonna give the game time to catch up.
Think you can break
Okay,
in?
no stormtroopers talking. Oh, there we go. Alright, once again, you're gonna come through here.
Come on, BD.
Don't even waste your time messing with
Locked.
these guys. Just have
What do you think?
BD1 slice this and watch your back while he does so. Now just come in here. Okay. You're gonna see an echo right here.
Do not concern yourself with a missing artifact. I'll
And a nice save point. Go and rest at that. Alright. Now we'll come out here and we'll deal with these morons.
Not gonna shoot him. Affirmative. Fire on the enemy. Someone else take him down. Stay back.
Okay. Now that elevator is not accessible right now, but we will be taking that on this go-through. You want to watch out. Don't just come sprinting around and run off this ledge. You're going to look right here and hop up. And you'll get a little classic joke out of BD1.
You, know any jokes, BD? I don't know. Why? Classic.
Okay, and I mean, I'm sure everybody here is familiar with context clues. Based off those, I'm going to assume that was some variant of why the chicken crossed the road. We'll now
gotta be some
swing across
information on the
here. Just
excavation
keep
inside,
going
right?
around. And
Always
you
looking
will
on the bright
encounter a
side.
new enemy up here,
Thanks,
one who
buddy.
can be relatively tough. I'm going to demonstrate my technique on him of rolling towards him instead of away from him. First, I'm going to go ahead and let him kill these stormtroopers. There you go. Oh, well, he didn't fall off. Okay. So we'll deal with this one for him. Alright. Roll! Oh, damn. Okay. Rolled too soon. Come on, big guy. As you see, I came up behind him. Look at the damage that did. You hit this guy in the back, you'll actually deal more damage to him. Once again, roll towards him. Hit him in the back. If you're a good distance from him, you can just step back. Watch out for that. That will hurt you quite a bit, actually. And now he's gone. I like to ignore that guy and go ahead and deal with these dudes.
Just keep slipping past. I can't fight anymore.
Morons.
We'll get you for that. You're quick. I'll give you that. Seems like you're hurt.
Okay. Like I was totally behind him and he hit me. That's a prime example of what I was saying earlier about how all the enemies seem to actually reach just a couple feet further than they actually reach. Alright. We've got this path here that, as you can see, is blocked for now. That's not going to be a problem. We'll deal with that in a moment. Oh, boy. I apologize. That elevator, we actually could have called it, and that's how we would have got up here, I believe. Well, we'll fix that later. So you want to stop this fan.
Watch yourself around those skunkus. I won't be able to save you next time.
You'll be tempted to want to come through here and look around, but you can't do that yet.
Okay.
So just come this way.
Just joking. Well, stop it. You aren't
Alright.
funny.
Push this through the wall.
Hold still.
Take these tools out. Okay, here we go. Now, this is that elevator. I'm just getting a little ahead of myself. My recollection's a little off. Alright, now you'll recognize this area. It's probably going to be a good idea to come back and use this save point again. But now we don't have to worry about going the long way around again. We'll just take that elevator back up. Run right past these guys. Show them a little mercy today.
Hey, an intruder!
And you're gonna find another new enemy here. Let's see. I just realized that oh well, I'm not even worried about it. I'll scan another one later. You slice this door,
BD, we gotta get through this way.
and I'll show you a pretty foolproof method for getting rid of this guy, because he can be a pain in the butt. What you're gonna want to do, come down, force slow him, run straight up to him, roll away, hit him with the force slow again, and he's
The
down.
Inquisitor's coming?
And now I can't
Possible,
remember the
but we're
name
far
of the
from
guy
wrong.
that initially
They might
posted
think
that
Bridge
on
Keepers are
Reddit,
out.
but this
Or
guy
they
has
could
always
be
been one of
stalling
my
you on
least
purpose.
favorite enemies to
Stay
fight.
wary.
And somebody posted that on Reddit, and it was a excellent tip. And so I highly recommend you check out the Fallen Order Reddit. There's a lot of really
Any sign of
knowledgeable,
the
really
tomb?
skilled guys
No.
on there.
And the Empire's been stepping up security.
And they've,
Keep your focus.
you know, come up with a
Watch out
lot of
for
pretty
him,
good
BD.
things that I've actually included
Okay.
in this.
We'll keep looking.
Now, as you can see, that's red, so you can't go there yet. We're going to keep going this way. You'll just simply jump down this slide. It's not complicated. It's just a little slope. Come down. You'll get a save point here. Rest. Let's see. Tactical guide, Empire. So I did scan the commander. Alright. You'll see that guy over there. If you
see
look
the Star
up,
Destroyer? It's a Venator.
you'll get a little conversation
there could
here.
be useful intel inside.
I'll try to find a way to it.
Now, you're gonna jump down. The first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna swim around here to the left, to the smallest island, and climb up right here. We'll have Echo. As you can see, those are clone
Villagers built
trooper
this
helmets.
memorial to the clones on the Venator. If only they knew the truth. See him?
Now we want to turn around and go in
Empire
this
isn't the only
cave.
thing we have to worry about.
Turn left, and you'll find this.
This tunnel flooded suddenly. What could have caused such a thing?
Gee, I don't know. Probably the giant spaceship that's crashed in the middle of the lake.
Something smells like old oil.
You climb up here,
Sorry,
slice this
buddy, not
door,
you. It's this water. Just what we need.
and now you have another entrance to the underground area of this map. But once again, we're not going to bother going down there right now.
He was killed by a cave-in. Imperial excavation is making
As you
these
can
tunnels
see, there's
unstable.
another slide to take you down and another elevator you can't access.
Let me see.
But you have a scan right here as well. Now we're gonna go back out of here. The next place we're gonna go is over here to the left. I like to kind of swim around this guy, otherwise as soon as you come off that ledge, he's gonna go at you, and he can get you a couple times if you're not quick on the trigger. Lock onto him. Thank you. And once again, roll behind him. He's another one that this works really well on. Oh, I missed him that time. Ah, I hate that move. Jerk. Really? Twice in a row? That little kick move's really hard to get through. For something so big, he's insanely fast. And that's one of the few moves that I've found that rolling towards doesn't actually help with, because sometimes he'll still get you, and as we've already established, he's one of those enemies that has the ridiculous ability to just turn 180 degrees on a dime and still nail you. He only does it so much on that one move, though. But this time, I'm going to kick his ass. Because he just kind of pissed me off. And I'm really getting tired of dying on stream when normally I can play through this game and I really only die on the bosses. Of course, the pressure's on, though, because I know I have the potential for hundreds of people all over the world to see this. Alright, asshole. See, that move is stupid fast. If you don't roll as soon as he starts glowing, he'll get you with it almost every time. Alright, hopefully I can get to him before he stops. Got it. Freaking hate these guys. Especially on Grandmaster. They're really pretty easy on the easier difficulties. But that's just because you don't have to be so exact on your timing. Now you come right here and you shove this wall through. This wall has a bug in it for some reason, and it'll continue to glow, but you can push it again and it'll stop. Now that I have the double-bladed lightsaber, this is a prime room, I'll demonstrate something I mentioned earlier in. See how the room lights up with the single-bladed saber? Now, I'll pull out my extra blade, and you'll notice that the room actually does light up more. That can be super helpful in darker areas when you're trying to locate things.
General Chiara, our forces have inflicted heavy damage to the Separatist dreadnought. Unfortunately, the same is true for our vessel. Despite the damage...
Okay, so you'll
I recommend
activate
we see
this, and
through
you'll get a databank
together.
entry.
You know, I'm not one to back down from
Stim,
a
BD?
fight.
Much better, BD.
Okay. Now, before we progress to the upper area of this island, I am going to go save. Because we're now about to find our third of 4 legendary animals. Or wait, let's see. We've gotten the Ogdo Bogdo, we've gotten the Albino Wishik, or Wishik. Okay, so that's 3. Okay, yeah. I'm trying to remember what the 4th one is, if there is one. I'm not sure now. I think there might only be 3, okay. Last night I thought about this, and I had it all in my head, and of course I forgot between now and then. I'm sorry, getting old sucks. We're gonna go ahead and rest. Okay, yes, there are 4. Okay, there's one on Dathomir, there's one on Zepho, one on Kashyyyk, and one on Bogano. So I'm not wrong. And those are going to be, you have the Ogdo Bogdo on Bogano. You have the Albino Wishik on Kashyyyk. And then on this one, you have a guy called a Rabid Jotaz, which is a slightly larger, slightly more aggressive, more difficult version of this asshole. And the main reason he's so difficult is because, as with Ogdo Bogdo and the Albino Wishik, they stick him in a room that's ridiculously small that he can basically hit you from the whole other side of. And then you have to try to account for that.
Help, BD!
Damn it! I'm sure you've noticed that BD1 is all in all pretty worthless when it comes to actually needing him to heal you. Because he's stupid slow, and because, oh god, you can't just grab the thing and stick yourself with it. You have to wait for him to do some little fancy shoot it in the air and catch it and stick you with it thing so that he appears like he's actually a useful character for anything other than data scans and opening doors and stuff. Now I'm officially pissed off for the first time since I've been streaming for 3 days. I apologize for that in advance, but I'm about to go fucking wreck this guy like a fucking motherfucker. Alright, bitch, come here. Yeah, bitch, get fucking fucked. Alright. I apologize for that in advance. Well, retrospect now, actually. Pardon my English. You're gonna run across here, and you'll find a chest in this area. And, of course, he would fall short of it. Alright. Jump out a little further. And you have a chest right here. We're gonna come across here, jump back across. Oh, damn it. Alright. Now, if you didn't see, there was a red force barrier, or a force field here. That's what we just turned off with BD1.
Appreciate it, BD.
You'll now come through here. If you look down here, you'll notice that's the area where we activated that hologram of the clone trooper. Alright. Steel myself for the fight ahead. And there's a method, as long as this guy doesn't spot you, you can come right here, get a good advanced hit on him. We're gonna basically get him the same way as the other one, but like I said, you've got a thing in the center of the room, and you're in a small little tight space with him. And he does have stupid good reach. One of the methods I use is I keep this pillar between me and him, and I try to stay behind him as much as possible. Just hit him and run, and avoid his unblockables, because he can one-shot you. And he now does a 3-swing combo instead of a 2-swing combo. Now, I'm going to roll this way and heal, and he should be dead before long here. There we go, got him. Now, as you can see, even though I have embarrassingly enough died multiple times, sometimes on easy enemies, I'm not no punk. And like I said, I am irritated now, and my anger fuels me. I would certainly be a Sith Lord if the Force was a real thing. You're not going to go up there yet, because we need to unlock that door. The way you're going to do that, shove this wall, and strangely enough, this one is bugged the same way as the other. It really doesn't make a difference. You can go through, but I can't stand how they look. They still light up blue, so I always go ahead and fix them. Come through here, take advantage of these guys. Did I get him? Oh, there it is. Now, if you have the ability where you can... Weird, it's open. Normally this has a grating on it, and you have to break it. If you're standing on it, you just swing your lightsaber, he'll eventually hit it, but somehow I broke it. Okay. Come down here, take advantage of those guys to thin out some of my enemies. Okay. Now we will have to come back through this area again at a later point, but I like to go ahead and come through it now. That way I can just solve the puzzles. That way when I come back through it's trivial. And there's only one thing we'll have to return for that won't be that difficult to get. Okay. Well, two things. I apologize, because there is a chest in this water here, but we can't access that yet. Go climb across. And now get ready, there's going to be one of those stupid security droids from Rogue One in here. And you have to fight them in a relatively small area.
You will regret that.
Whatever, apparently this one's not going to fix itself. Same method as always. Just parry him, chop him, don't let him grab you. Unfortunately, he got me.
Up here!
I should get him on this hit. No. One more. And because I don't need him, I'm just going to go ahead and kill him. Because he won't cross the water. Now, you're going to be tempted to activate this right now, but if you do, it's going to electrify the water and confuse you. I actually got stuck in here for quite a while, because I just didn't understand what I was supposed to do. All you do, it's so obvious, honestly. I felt stupid when I figured it out. You hop up, you want to get rid of this little nuisance, and you just want to cut this wire. Because, you know, Jedi don't waste their time just picking the wire up, because it's gonna drive them nuts. There we go. I don't know why they go away when you have them facing the other direction.
This thing needs your overcharge.
You can't come through this area from this direction. Until you come through it this way. But you have to push them the opposite way. Now right here you'll sense an echo. This one will be one of the health or force ones. I believe it's a health one. No, it's a force essence, okay?
I'm fine, Commander.
Now you just have BD1 turn on this broken fan in the middle of the room.
Where's my Padawan?
You can leave.
My bad, I'm scanning the wreckage now.
It's pretty simple. You're just gonna come out the way you came in.
I'm getting a transmission
I
now.
might have missed it, but I might make the jump.
Hang on. From
Okay.
the Supreme Chancellor.
Now to save yourself some time, just jump down here. Out this door you go. Now we can move on with progressing with our objective, which is going to be to explore the Imperial excavation near the crashed Venator. Once again, this area over here is the ice slide that we opted not to go down. Okay, well, we can come back here. You're going to encounter 2 Phylix. And you're kind of on a small island with them, but as long as you use the prescribed methods I've been showing, even though unfortunately I've demonstrated them rather poorly, you should be able to take these guys out relatively quickly. I recommend killing 1 as quick as possible. That way you only have to deal with 1, because as a group, these guys are a pain in the ass. Damn. Especially when they get lucky shots on you like that.
Dorstim!
Really? Now, you'll have a chest right here. This one looks green. Yeah, BD1 has to slice this one. It's the only chest that's above water in this area. All the other ones we're gonna have to come back for later. I like to just go ahead and get the ones that I can. Otherwise, I'll forget they're there and I'll bypass them. Hop across here.
Hey, BD!
We're gonna get a new terrarium seed. I can't ever remember the name of this one. Dreamwort, yeah. Watch out for these scaz that are gonna pop out on your right. Strangely enough, these ones never seem to actually jump out of the holes at me. They just climb out of them. I've never had them hop out like they do in other areas. I think they do that because they know this Jotaz is gonna come at you, and they're expecting you to be fighting him and them. And I guess they figured they'd kind of cut you some slack on that one. Oh shit! Ooh, he snuck up on me. Oh, box. The Jotaz will actually kill them for you occasionally, but for some they didn't pop out. And let him spot them before I did. Okay, there's still one left. I'm gonna take advantage of my distance here. There we go. Good, let him take him out. Alright. Fucking ass. That's the biggest roadblock that you'll encounter while playing on Grandmaster is the enemies. They have stupid combos with their unblockables, and honestly, I feel like a lot of them are unfair. You'll especially encounter that later when you're fighting the bounty hunters. The droid bounty hunter especially. A lot of times I just run from him because he's more stress than he's worth, and he really I've raged out several times on him. And there's nothing worse than when an enemy kills you and then disappears afterwards, so you don't get to go back and get your revenge. In this case here, though, this guy's he's very difficult to avoid, so you're kind of forced to fight him. I cannot tell you how many times he's killed me trying to jump up on these things just to not have to fight him. Okay, am I not going to get the radio conversations right here? Normally you get a little conversation right there. Alright, why am I not locking on to anybody? As you can see, they're just super cheap. Even when he's fighting them, he's just spamming his unblockables, and the unblockables have stupid amounts of damage. And I still am a big proponent of the argument that nothing that big moves near this damn fast. Oh, they killed him for me. I can't believe it. Okay. Double check, make sure that we still have this since douche over there killed me. Alright. That should be all the rats too, hopefully. Now you want to come up here. Let's see, now that I'm not in combat. No? Okay. Well, generally, it'll give you the option here to initiate a radio conversation. And you just talk to Grease. It's nothing important. It doesn't count for anything. It's just there if you want it. You'll come up here.
BD, need an overcharge.
Activate this. The first one, you just want to run past. You'll stop right here. Stop this one. Climb up on it. Stop this one, climb up on it, and this one is the life essence.
Zephonian skull. Killed in some kind of horrifying disaster long ago.
Same way back across. Oops, stop it too soon. Now, I like to turn this back off because I can't stand listening to those things go kaboom, kaboom,
Let's
kaboom.
go, BD.
And now we're on to the next area. Now, you cannot go into the crashed Venator at this time. You'll sit there and drive yourself nuts trying to figure out how to make that jump because it really appears like you can make it, but you can't. Now this one here, you do have to worry about getting kamikaze. Well, he didn't land on the ledge with me, so he's not going to be a problem. But as you can see, they'll come at you, and when they get close enough, they explode. Good method for that. Make sure you save your force up. And you just shove them into a wall. Or if there's enemies nearby, you can do that too. Cut this. And you do want to make sure to jump down here. Because this little ledge actually counts for like...
Let me see.
Something like 7% of this area. I can't tell you how long I looked around trying to figure out what I was missing here. And it was that stupid little ledge. Alright. Oh, he didn't blow up. Got him that time. Okay. I'm gonna have to run from this one. Okay. Run from him too, so I don't have any force. And they will go for a long time sometimes without blowing up, so you don't get confident that he's gonna blow up before he gets to you, because as soon as you think that, you'll die. You can see that up there. We can't get to that yet. You'll come right here, and you'll get a little snippet of information of the events of what happened inside the Venator.
All squads on red alert.
The commander was killed by a lightsaber.
Now this actually does contradict what is said inside here. Because you'll find out later some information about the Jedi in there that I'm going to save for then. And then I'll explain why that contradicts the information you get in there later. Okay. Now you come and you just want to move this thing. Oops, I think I let it go a little too far. Okay, there we go.
Great, BD.
If you let it go too far, you'll have trouble getting him to grab it. You'll come across. Now this thing will stay lit up green unless you use it, so I just like to go ahead and use it, and then I put the line back. Because it drives me nuts having something on my map green, whether it counts for anything or not. Come right here, and as you can see there's a button, so you can call this guy if you ever come back this way, but you won't.
I think we're getting close. I noticed it earlier, this feeling in the pit of my stomach. At first I thought it was Grease's cooking. Now it's getting even stronger. I think the closer we are, the worse I feel. It can't mean anything good.
Now we're almost to the second tomb for Zepho. This area here has some little tricky spots, but we're gonna get through them. I've pretty much gotten pretty good at the timing of what I'm talking about, but we're gonna look at my skills here. So we do also have a boss fight coming up. I don't want that or that. Let's see. Burst slow empowered slow might be helpful. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna buy the empowered slow now, and that'll be helpful in a moment. But I'm gonna save my other 2 skill points. Now, don't use this yet. Go ahead and... Oh, wait, yes, you do have to use that. I apologize. Come down. You're gonna want to turn around. Oh, where'd he go? Oh, he's trying to use that. Come right here. You're gonna want to pull out your double-bladed lightsaber and get this guy.
Invading forces disclosed.
Alright, watch these dudes.
Trivial opposition. Requesting maintenance. Still resisting. Unwise. Valueless.
Focus on the one you've dealt the most damage to first.
Your odds of surviving are low. Very low. Unessential.
Alright, buddy. There we go. Let BD1 actually be useful for once.
Unproductive human. Analytical swing.
You want to stay out of the way, because even though he's now your ally, he'll still hurt you if he hits you. I've actually been killed by the one that I hacked before, because I thought that he wouldn't do anything to me. Just let these fellas have at it.
provided.
As you see, he just hit me. Okay. And now, you can just kill both of them. They won't ever fight back. And you're going to acquire your next upgrade for BD1 at this workbench.
This motor should do the trick. How does it feel?
Put this back in the refrigerator.
This gotta be the way to the tomb now.
You can now go up zip lines instead of just down them, which you're gonna have to do right here. Don't activate this,
Let's head out.
just come up it. Okay. Now you want to turn this guy to where it faces up. You gotta wait for it to stop.
Just what we needed.
Run across this wall and jump onto the zip line.
Found the target. Killing everyone. How's he blocking everything? Quickly. Stay away. He's moving. You should shoot. Whoa. Out of heavy artillery.
Okay.
Come on, hit him. Quick.
Okay, now that those guys are out of the way, this elevator can't be called from here. As you can see. Don't rush through this door just yet. What you want to do instead is go up here. Now this is tricky. You don't want to ride it all the way up. As you see that little beam running across underneath it? That's where you're trying to get to. As you get like a little more than 3/4 of the way up the zip line is when you want to just hit B. And you should land on it. I don't recommend keep your thumb off your analog stick, or if you do land on it, you might fall off sometimes. I've done it multiple times, but you come up here and alright. There we go. Now you're gonna come here, blow this out. And now I know I just made that look easy, but I promise you, you'll probably fall 4 or 5 times before you get it right. You're gonna sense your echo here.
Captain, I think we found a way in.
And in case any of you haven't watched the previous videos, before you open these gold chests, always use a stem if you need to. Because when you get this chest, not only is it going to give you an additional stem for your maximum, but it's also going to refill any that you've already used. And once again, as you saw, I put the stem in the exact same slot in his drawer, and there weren't any other stems in it. But they paid so much attention to detail on so many things, and then they left that out. But, I mean, I imagine, you know, time constraints and stuff. You just hop right here, come back down. I'm not going to save because I don't want to respawn the enemies. You just take the same path, follow it. And now we'll go through this door here. Don't go left first, go right. Shove this door open. Watch this guy. Just kind of run out here and wait for him to decide to blow up. Okay. Now you're gonna hop down here, and you'll find a force, well, BD1's gonna want to do this first. He loves doing those things. He likes to focus on them more than anything. And here's your echo,
What is that?
which just caused me to get grabbed. I thought I'd have time.
Get away from it. Open fire.
Whoa, he almost got me.
Requesting maintenance.
Come on, flip. There we go.
Need assist.
Trivial opposition. Knockdown initiated. Your odds of surviving
Now these
are
guys
low.
actually
Very
are
low.
pretty easy to parry, but as you can see, they definitely favor their cheap moves over anything else.
Dodge detected.
And that guy will chase you almost endlessly, so to get him to stop doing that, just stop and let him initiate his unblockable, and just make sure to avoid it. Because he'll circle the room multiple times before he gives up. Wait for his attention to get switched over to my ally. As a matter of fact, I'm just gonna let them go at it. Okay. You'll now come back up here. Which, okay, I don't know why he was wanting to get stuck. And be prepared for another new enemy.
Throw me a stim, BD.
This one is actually very tough, but we're going to follow the same method we used for the Purge Trooper Commander. And you can normally take him out in 2 goes if you do that. So what you're going to do is jump down here.
I see you, Jedi.
Oh, shit. I don't have any force. Okay, so we're going to have to go about this the tough way.
Will not lose.
Just watch out. Don't try to combo him too much, because if you hit him, he'll do this stupid sidestep thing, and he's really quick with it. You just want to focus on getting his block stamina down as quick as you can. See, there he was. He did that jump thing, and I never managed to get out of it.
You won't hit me. You are mine. Quick.
Just kind of pick at him, you know? Death by 1,000 cuts here is the method, basically. And he's relatively easy if you do that. The easiest way, though, the same way we killed the Purge Trooper Commander, use your double-bladed lightsaber, force slow him, and hit him with a heavy attack, get away from him, and repeat until he dies. It should only take 2 tries, but sometimes it'll take 2 or 3. Now you're going to want to turn left here, and hit this wall run. You'll jump and grab this ledge, and you'll find an echo here.
A worker left their tools in a hurry. They were anxious to locate relics, but also careless of the history buried here.
You don't have to use the wall, I just like to. You've got this thing here, but you can't mess with it yet. Look down on your right. This was another area where I came out and I was like, okay, now where the hell am I supposed to go? And I didn't think to look down. You can actually see this area down here, and that's where we're going to have a boss fight here in just a minute. So I apologize, my camera angle's messed up. Okay, alright. Swing. Jump off, take this, grab the rope, spin yourself around, swing up here, get your echo.
My men will double their efforts. We'll get inside.
Now you can just jump to that rope, but sometimes you can miss it, so it's easier to just take the wall run again, and you're guaranteed to hit it. You don't have to swing too much, just get a good little clip going, and boom. I actually didn't swing quite enough, but as you saw, I still made it, so I mean. But if you swing too much and your angle's off, you'll hit that shipping container, and it'll actually cost you your momentum, and then you'll just get frustrated. This we can't access, so we're going to keep going this way. Use your meditation point. If you have excess skill points that you want to use on something, go ahead. I don't really have anything that I'm interested in buying. Nothing that's going to help me. I'm going to go ahead and get the evasive kick, though, and we'll see. if I can actually get that to work right. But as I said, most of the time he never actually does the move. The timing on it, you have to be like on point, or he doesn't do it. And most of the time he'll instead swing his lightsaber and miss the enemy, and then they turn around and hit you in the ass. Oh, I forgot to save. If you don't save right here, it will bring you way back. It's not gonna give you any leeway on that. So you definitely save here, because if this bitch down here kills you, then you'll be stuck coming all the way back from across there. And hopefully I can make it through here without dying. I usually do, but so far all bets have been off on that, because while trying to do this guide and playthrough,
How predictable.
it's my...
Oh, yes.
I guess
know
my
what you
focus
mean.
is just off a little.
Your pa-
I'm gonna pause real quick. I need to adjust my beanbag chair. Okay. Give this guy a little fluff. You know, you sit in them too long, they eventually kind of start to turn into a ramp, and you slide down them. Alright. Alright.
And most importantly,
I guess I could have let y'all
about
watch the cutscene while I did
Cordova.
that, but
Tell me, where did
Oversight.
he hide the holocron? Outstanding.
alright. You're gonna want to use your single-bladed saber for this. Oh, shoot. Okay, and as you notice, she has stupid block stamina, but this is where that rush attack really comes in on the boss fights, as I was
Stop
telling you
moving.
when I was explaining the reasoning why I bought it. Because you can actually circumvent having to deplete her block stamina by using it, and he'll hit her. Well, in that instance, I just misjudged what she was about to do. There we go. As you see, I damaged her and her stamina with that. So far, we're off to a pretty nice start here.
Are you really a Jedi?
Now, she is going to get more aggressive here in a minute. At this part, do not waste your force or anything trying to get to her, because she's going to repeatedly do this, because she's a smart-ass little bitch. It's one of the reasons why I actually prefer Marin over her. I'm big-time Team Marin. Watch that.
You'll die a failure.
She will nail the hell out of you with it.
I'll destroy you like the others.
Go ahead and use another stem, so I have full health. Well, that didn't pan out.
Stop moving.
You bitch! Why would you not get up? I was pushing the beam as fast as I could.
I've suffered far worse.
BD, I need help.
Okay, I'm gonna take this opportunity to stem. Avoid that.
Amateur.
Oh, come on! She would get me right before the end of it, too. All you have to do is get her health down roughly halfway and you'll beat her. But as you can see, once you start getting her, she changes her pattern and starts, of course, favoring unblockables, which is literally EA needs to find a better way to do their combat for Fallen Order 2. That is my largest criticism of this game. It always has been that you don't increase the difficulty by making the enemies just straight up bullshit to fight. Make the enemies smarter. She literally has 5 moves that she cycles through, and 4 of those 5 moves you can't get around in any way. Oh, just wait till the final boss fight.
You can't run forever. That was nothing.
You can actually block that, but I never seem to see it
You
coming.
can't win. Accept it.
Come on. Oh. I didn't hold the Y button long enough, I guess. And as you can see, it's next to impossible to get her block stamina all the way down.
Stim BD!
Because it just regenerates stupid fast.
What would Jara to power
That's
think
really,
of you
really,
now?
later on in the game when you fight her, it'll become even more frustrating. And at this point in the game, you don't have the ability to regenerate force with your stems, and so it just makes it even more inconvenient and frustrating, because she's next to impossible to get any more force out of once you've depleted your force meter with her. Just be real methodical, and only strike when you're sure you're gonna land one. And of course, once again, I'm 4 foot out of her reach, but she hits me, but she's 4 inches out of mine, and still gets me.
Now, BD!
Stem, roll! Alright. 2 tries. Alright, I'll accept that. As you can see, her health was slightly above halfway, and at that point, you'll initiate the cutscene with her.
You're learning. Not quite as gifted as Sear's last apprentice, but not bad.
You've been keeping
Now, what's
count.
hilarious is I actually have come down here and just totally pounded her.
secrets.
Like, I'm talking
And
full
you know
porn
her
star
so
style.
well, huh?
Just never touched me, wrecked shop
She
on
was
her,
weak.
and then you still lose
Cracked
at
in
the
an
end of the
Imperial
fight.
torture chair. Surrendered the location.
But I
of
mean,
her
I get that
named
this is a
Padawan.
narrative-based
They would
game,
never
and
have
so
found me.
if they made it where you could kill her here, the entire narrative would be shot at
If
that
it
point.
wasn't for her, she betrayed me.
Trilla.
In the flesh.
Now, I want to point something out here
So sure
about how
When faced with the
naive
choice to
she
protect
truly
herself
is,
or her Padawan,
and
she chose
the fact that
self-interest.
she was literally
She'll sell
had
you
no
out
trust in
too.
her master whatsoever, because she is
handle
convinced
myself.
that Seer gave her up
Can you afford to take
during
that
torture
chance?
from the Empire. But I
Your
can
new
almost
master
guarantee
harbors
you
great darkness.
that when Seer gave her
The
up
look on her face
through
when she saw
torture,
what they had done to
they
me,
had
as I
already
am now.
captured her and initiated
She
the
turned,
process of turning her into an
exposing
Inquisitor.
her true nature.
So she would have been an
She
Inquisitor
used
regardless.
the dark side.
Seer could have
She cut
kept the
herself
secret
off
of
from
her
the Force.
location
Oh?
to her death, and
How
she'd
long
still
before she
be one.
cracks and betrays you too?
Because the Empire had probably already
that
caught
who
her.
you want
They
beside
probably
you when
caught
you
her
find the
not
holocron?
long after Seer left to
What
try
would
to
Jaro Tapal
lead them
say?
away.
You have no right to mention his name.
I wonder, what would he think if he could see his Padawan now, skulking in the shadows with a betrayer, granting her access to a legion of impressionable students?
I won't let anyone touch them.
I thought the same thing once.
Okay, we are now officially at the Zepho tomb. Well, sort of. This is the entry to it. I'll keep in mind now, you can never open this door again. But a lot of people are convinced that because you can't open this door, once you leave this tomb, you cannot get back in. Elevators go up and down, people. Just remember where the elevator is, and you can get back in here anytime if you so happen to miss something. But as long as you follow my steps and everything I'm doing in this playthrough, you will not miss a damn thing. And I
Thanks for the
assure
help
you of
back there,
that.
BD. You saved my life.
You should not ever have
got
to
us
set
closer
foot
to
in
the
here
tomb.
again after you leave. Unless you just want to, but I don't know why you would. Once again, this is an area where if you're not paying attention, you can think you came to a dead end and then freak out because you think you're stuck. That's not the case, as you saw. It's right there on the left. You go through the wall. The first time I played, I had my brightness settings way too low, and I just couldn't see the crack there.
We found
And
it.
so I was
Feels different than the other
getting
tomb.
frustrated. I wound up giving up on the game for a couple
No.
days because I couldn't figure out where
I
to
don't
go.
like it.
And I tried running along the wall because I thought, well, maybe there's a crack somewhere. And I guess just unless you hit it direct on, it won't let you do so. What you do is you just come right here, jump on these little ledges,
I found
drop
it.
down to the next one.
See her. Why didn't you tell me?
Because she's a liar.
You. How?
And see,
I
like,
rerouted
and she continues
communications the
on
moment
here.
you tried
She's
to
a liar.
contact her.
She's this. She's that.
Slicing and
But
encrypted
she
transmissions
literally
was always a pastime
sacrificed
of
her
hers.
safety and well-being in
She
an
taught me
attempt
one.
to keep her safe.
There's no technique, sir.
And as I established,
That I
she
have
was
to
guaranteed
perfect.
already in the Empire's hands. Damn it. When Seer cracked. That's a classic military tactic that we still use to this day, and I am a veteran. I was in the Army for 6 years, from 2009 to 2015. And I do have experience with that. I mean, the Nazis used that during World War II. The United States has used that. It's real common to make somebody believe that one of their accomplices has given them up. And you'd be surprised how many people will fall for it and give themselves away, give up all their information. Now this one here is a little tougher than the others, but here's a trick. Avoid him, push this wall out, and just go ahead and get out here. And now you can take him out right here, and he'll never follow you out. Oh, mistimed that. This one here, you can't force push the ball out of his chest. So, don't waste your force trying. Just keep a good steady pace and pick at him. And he'll go down. I mean, of course, at this point, you can also just walk by him and say, screw you, but he will provide you with a fair amount of XP. And as we have a new, fresh ability coming up, you're going to want as much XP as you can get, so you can go ahead and capitalize on some of those abilities. Come back here, just kind of run around so that you complete BD's hollow map. You can't go through here yet. You look right here on the wall. Shove that guy open. You want to step up here and let BD1 scan this spot on the wall.
My friend, these devices appear to simulate this planet's
Push this
gravitational
button.
pull. I can't help but see it as a motif.
And this here is going to be the basic main method of clearing this puzzle area. Just like the Tomb of Aelrim was using the wind to your advantage, this one is using fire to your advantage. Now that brings me to my second talking point of my theory that I was discussing in my when we went through the Tomb of Aelrim. How everything there was focused on balance. Now I'm going to expound on that more. The Tomb of Aelrim, to me, represents the path of balance, or the way of the Grey Jedi, which I have stated I believe is the true path of Force and to follow through the Force.
Out of time.
And that
For
way
what?
is the only true way
My
to ever
scouts
actually
located
bring
an
balance
artifact
to
of
the
interest
Force.
at the rear of this
Because
tomb.
just the
Even now,
concept
I'm
of
studying
bringing
it.
balance to the Force
Learning.
through a equal part good and equal
It
part
seems
evil
Cordova was
is
rather
flawed
taken with
because
the Zephyr.
it's
Perhaps
always going to
enough
be
hide the
shifting
holocron amongst their bones.
due to the fact that
We'll see how much you
good
learn.
people die and bad people die, so there's never going to stay perfectly balanced. But if everybody who uses the Force is balanced in their use of the dark and the light sides of the Force, then that is how you balance the Force. Now this tomb for me here, I'm going to wait till I scan this data scan up here, and then I'll explain to you what I feel like this one represents. And then I'll do the same for the next tomb when we get to it, which will not be till a later segment. So just keep in mind everything I've talked about, and it'll all start to make sense as I go through. But if I told you the whole thing now, as I said earlier, it would ruin the game for you, because it would just include a ton of spoilers. Don't see how that hit me. Alright, so we're going to scan this one, and we're actually going to stop and read it, since it's relevant to my point. As you can see, there's also a chest right here. And that one does require to be sliced by BD1 because it's
a relic from
a green
the ancient
chest.
Zepho. I sense great vanity and extravagance in this period of their history.
Okay, now I'm going to open our data. It says a Zepho relic from an age symbolized by vanity, extravagance, and power. Okay, and so what that symbolizes to me is that this tomb, the tomb of Mictrol, is representative of the Jedi Order itself. Because at the height of the Jedi Order and during the time in which the Jedi Order ultimately was destroyed, they were very dogmatic and just overly prideful, but yet they sat there and preached not to have pride. They lived in extravagance. They had this grand temple and this inner council. They all dressed really well. They were important members of the government. They hoarded Jedi and Sith relics, and were even to the point where some Jedi were not viewed as being, what's the word I'm looking for here, suited to actually even have the right to view or use that knowledge or those relics, to see them. And so the Jedi were really getting to the point where they were within themselves corrupt, just not in such a way as the Emperor. Now, at that point, I'll stop right there, and we'll go ahead and continue through the tomb. And this right here, past this wall, is the main puzzle area. And I'll expound on that later when we enter the third tomb. And then I'll expound on it more after a cutscene that we acquire in the third tomb. One thing I will say is far more Jedi have fallen to the dark side than dark side users have returned to the light. And that goes to show exactly how overly prideful and arrogant the Jedi are.
Watch yourself.
I can't watch.
I'm taking point on this pursuit.
He's evading. Let's get him. He's too solid. Get up here. Hurry! You can't overpower us. You don't want to die here.
You did die here, I'm sorry. Can't always get what you want, my man. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do, since you're already here, push this button. Now push it again. And you'll understand why in a minute. Now jump up here. Don't bother with this wall yet, or you're going to allow a couple enemies in there access to you that they don't need yet, and you don't have anything in there to be concerned about, so there's no reason to make this harder on yourself than it has to be. You want to scan these little lanterns on the wall. They're called votive candles, or votives, I guess. I'm going to push the wall out here. And you'll now find another chest and a scan.
My friend, what I found here is disconcerting.
And see, even Cordova says, what I've found here is disconcerting. It seems these candles were offerings brought to this tomb in exaltation of the sage Mictrel. At first I believed them votifs to the life wind, but the further I delve into this tomb, the less the evidence supports this. And yet there is one gift that intrigues me. Statuary of Zepho holding circular objects much like spheres. Though much of this tomb is well preserved, these are uniformly destroyed. An interesting puzzle. And see, that even shows right there that even the Zepho had done what the Jedi were doing by withholding knowledge. Because they uniformly destroyed all references to the Zepho-Astrium. And that's something that the Jedi did. And, I mean, literally, one of the only Jedi that were even allowed access to the inner levels of the Jedi archives was, the council members and, good lord, the old lady, the one that was rude as hell to Obi-Wan Kenobi, because it wasn't possible that the Jedi didn't know something. Lord, I cannot believe I can't remember this woman's name. Let's see here. And she was one of the only ones that was allowed access to that area. And contained within that area was, believe it or not, a massive collection of Sith artifacts. And, like, the Sith version of a holocron. And, that librarian's name was Jocasta Nu. There's actually a really, good comic that features her that came out. It's called, Lord Vader, I believe. Or no, Vader Dark Knight, something like that. And, if you check out the guy's Star Wars Theory on YouTube, there's also another one, The Stupendous Wave. He actually does a reading of that comic, and I highly recommend both of those YouTube channels. I hope they find this out, by the way, and they appreciate this, because those guys, I watch everything they put out as soon as they put it out. And, I mean, those guys are really knowledgeable on Star Wars. Just as much so, if not more, than I am. And I know because I'm forgetful, it seems like I don't know as much as I say I do. But I assure you, I've been in Star Wars for a long time. My memory's not as good as it used to be.
More of my soldiers breached.
And she was actually one of the few people that was actually aware of Darth Vader's true identity. She actually, in fact, discovered that Darth Vader was Anakin Skywalker.
It's okay, buddy.
And he killed her and an entire squadron of his own clone troopers, the 501st, to keep that knowledge hidden. Now, you just walk up here, you'll push this button. And this puzzle, it looks confusing, but it's not. It's real simple. Take that guy out. You can just walk by this one. Jump right here and watch out, because this asshole up here with the blaster will shoot you. So you want to be quick. Jump across.
Moving back.
Take these guys out and deal with him. Okay. Move along. You want to come across your little, this, like, route?
You're not getting out of here alive.
We're gonna encounter a purge trooper up here, if you didn't figure that out from, my subtitles there. You'll climb up here, and he's gonna be up here. Don't climb up there, because as you're climbing up there, he'll just cheap shot you. And it's a lot easier to just shove his ass off the ledge than it is to fight him. And you still get experience just as much for doing that as you would fighting him. If you want to have fun, have at it, but he'll knock you off the ledge too, and don't come crying to me. Now there is going to be a guy around this next corner that's going to surprise you. But you just jump across to this new wall that you moved, and jump across. Get ready, come over here, And he's gonna be right here, so get ready to match your block. Most of the time you can parry him if you do it right. I missed it. Now you want to make sure to look on your right here. You'll see this little thing behind the wall. See the Skungus right here? That is your key to that gate. You just turn, kind of, it can be a little, okay, just boom. There you go. And if you miss and it doesn't blow the wall up, just wait, that thing will grow back. Don't feel like, well shit, I screwed myself, because it'll come back. You sense this echo, and this should be a force essence.
An ancient Zepponi.
Oh no, it's another life essence. That's 3 in a row.
They died before the job
seems
was
like
finished.
they kind of put those in strange places. Okay, you come across here. Now this one's a little trickier than the rest. You want to push this button. And you want to be quick on your slow. You're going to push the button again, force slow it, and then run and grab it. And then just wait. There you go. Then you come down. You can take this guy out with the Skungus. Jump across. Hop right here. Now there's going to be 3 enemies on the next platform below you, right here. You want to get the flamethrower guy. Come over, jump, and... oh shit! Oh, I got lucky. Alright. The scaz caused him to almost fall, and it caused it to throw off my angle. I'm lucky I grabbed the ledge. You jump right here, climb up. Looks like a wall crack, but it's not. I wasted a lot of time trying to climb through there. You just come up here on the vines. Of course, you have a Philic right here. If you catch him at just the right time, you can push him off the ledge, but he's normally a little prick. Whoa, I can't believe he didn't get me still. I got him.
Imagine the
Hop right here. And now you see these vines right here? You're gonna have to progress past this point, but you don't want to forget those are there. If you look this up on YouTube, there's a guy that shows you a actually pretty inventive and impressive method of burning those vines. However, it is incredibly overly complicated, and it just shows his lack of attention to detail, because literally all you have to do is force pull one of those guys to you and shoot it from here. I'm not going to bother showing you his method because that's his method and you can find it on YouTube. And as I said, it's a waste of time and it's super tough. But it was incredibly inventive. I'll give him that. I was impressed. Now you just come up here. You'll come across. If you feel like you need to save, feel free to jump back down there and save, but I'm not going to. You hop up here. Hop across. Push this wall out. You'll catch a purge trooper. Just stand right here. And I missed him. Get him. Hit him again. Hit him again. Roll back. Otherwise, you're gonna run into a lot of freaking scaz in here, and these little shits do jump out of the holes. And I can't tell you how many times I've beaten him just to get killed by the scaz.
Let's end this. I will not miss. Fast enough.
Okay. If you want to kill him, come around the room. I still haven't got my parry timing on that right.
Mind tossing me a stim? Thanks, BD.
There's 4 or 5 holes in here. There we go, got it. that one would get a hold of me. Thank you. You want to make sure you notice this vine here. You're going to want to come back for it later, and we'll do that before we leave. I recommend hitting a stem while you're going down this slide. Jump. Take this asshole out. Okay. Now turn to your right.
I've taken the
Jump to this
artifact back
ledge.
to my ship for analysis. Pity you couldn't make it in time.
Doesn't matter what you steal.
Push out your
You'll never
wall.
understand it.
Go
Yeah,
to your
you
left
do.
here.
You'll find out
Jump
soon
down.
enough.
I'll take those odds.
You're gonna want to try to go left, but you're just gonna die. So you actually go around this thing to the right. And it looks like you won't make this jump, but you will. Now you come around to your left side. Get as far over as you can go and jump. Grab it. Drop down. Come up. Now this area here can actually become impassable later. And so what you want to do is make sure that you're thorough with your exploration. There's no collectibles in here to find, but you can miss out on your BD1 holo map completion. Just let them go back and jump. You don't even have to slow them down. They're not in a hurry. There's a button here that you can activate that will stop them. Occasionally when you come back, they'll remain open, but most of the time, I've come back through and they're off, but closed. And at that point, there's no way to get back through. So you come through this crack on the wall here, which this is one of the harder ones to spot. And I like to just make a little circle around each section to guarantee that BD1 scans the whole room. Now at this point, you're going to think, oh shit, maybe I should spend my skill points. But, I mean, if you go and waste all your skill points right now, then you're going to have to wait, because you're literally about to gain a new ability that's going to unlock pretty much the rest of the skill tree for you. And the only one that's even going to be remotely useful here is going to be the Agile Deflection, or possibly the Repulse. But, as I said, as long as you're good with your parry timing, and you get a good feel for how to chain your abilities together, you already have all the tools necessary to beat the enemies here. I just make a little trip like that. This one's thin enough that he scans all of it in one go. Come right here. Just kind of stop on this ledge and check your map. Okay, see, you're already at 74%, so you're gonna be good as long as you
I noticed
just
something while examining this
make
sarcophagus.
sure you scan
It's
it.
a very convenient location.
You go
to
left, not
dispose
right.
of
He won't
nuisance.
grab that one on the right,
You
even though
lured
he
me
does
here.
jump plenty far
Was
for
this
it.
your plan all along?
You truly
Now hop
have
up
the
right
wits
here.
of a scrapper.
You can go all the way around to the end, but if you come right here,
Don't let him escape.
give yourself a little head start.
Keep your distance. Let's do this.
You want to kill these guys as quick as you can. And
I'm wounded.
I like to just chunk them off the ledge, because screw fighting them. And you still get all the experience for it. If you're trying to look fancy, so be it. Just run towards this thing, and it'll shoot this chain. At this point, you're going to initiate a cutscene that's going to transfer into a training sequence. And you will acquire the Force Pull ability.
Padawan, where is the Force?
Everywhere. It is within me. It surrounds me.
Just so. It connects you. There will be times when emotion, pain, or exhaustion trick you. You will feel cut off, isolated. This is an illusion. Your lightsaber lies there, out of reach, but you remain connected through the Force. Feel that energy around you, and summon your weapon.
Now all you have to do for this one is attempt to pull it to you 3 times, and then you'll know the ability.
Forces within
Just
you,
wait for the left trigger
around
button
you,
to pop up on the screen.
connecting you to your weapon.
Or for PlayStation, L2. There you go.
You must ignore all distraction.
You don't even have to actually pull the
Force is
saber
with me.
to you
It
that
connects
time, he
us.
just does it.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Now you should get a notification when you stop at the save point. Make sure you run backwards this way, because that does count. Then you just pull this vine to you. Swing across, jump to the left side, not the right. You can't grab the right side. Which, impressively enough, this is that massive sarcophagus that I told you about that I just don't understand what the deal. Maybe it's because of the decadence that they were talking about with this era, that this guy gets a really big, extravagant, golden coffin, but I mean, why would you bury a guy the size of a normal person in a sarcophagus this friggin' big? It just doesn't make any sense. He could have a perfectly nice, solid gold coffin that is normal size. You just pull one of these guys to you and burn these once again.
You survived.
Jump on here and climb
Not
up.
part of your plan?
Luckily, I always allow for contingencies.
But as you can tell, the first sarcophagus we saw was roughly about 13 to maybe 15 feet long and about 6 to 8 feet wide. And as you can see, now you have a considerable amount more of skills that you can purchase. This one here, the Power of Friendship, I highly recommend buying it, and that's why I waited. Because now your stems will refill your force meter. You can also buy this one, but I actually don't find this ability that useful because most enemies get inside of it, and while you're throwing your lightsaber in that fancy looking circle, they're sitting there beating the holy hell out of you, and you can't do a damn thing about it. This switch attack is one of my all-time favorite attacks, but I'm going to hold off on it for now. And I'm going to go ahead and go to the Power of Friendship, because on Grandmaster, taking damage actually takes force from you. And I'm not going to have that crap anymore. I'm tired of running out of force when I need it. Now this area is complete, and you just go back in the way you came. You'll now encounter some enemies in here. Take them out the easy way. Just jump across. You'll come across here, and now that you've acquired Force Pull, you can now pull the little orb out of this guy's chest. Just like you did with the push on the other guy. Just kind of avoid him while he's doing this one. Get behind him. And do your best to fill your force meter up. As you see, he just ripped me off out of the force. Okay. Wait, and now yank it out. Okay. And once again, initiating the execution on him. Filled my force meter completely up. Now to get back across, you're gonna pull this rope to you. Well, vine. Simply hop over. You'll grab this over here and put it on this.
I can't fight anymore!
Now you're gonna have a scout trooper commander and a purge trooper.
Stay on you!
Watch out for that unblockable. He'll smash you pretty hard with it. I like to work my way around them. And it's the easy route to beating these guys. If you can get this guy targeted.
Stop us all!
Oh shit!
Shoot the enemy! Oh, you're not getting away!
Help, please!
There we go. Well, that works out too. Usually you can just smoke them with the probe droid and it'll almost kill the purge trooper and the scout trooper will die. Unfortunately, he shot me and robbed me of a little bit of my force. And for some reason, my guy decided to change who he was locked onto at the last second. Now you pull this, jump right here, pull this thing to you, lock that. And now this is the lower area that you initially came down in when you first entered this area. Just let that JOTAZ that has now appeared in there take out the enemies for you. There's like 3 stormtroopers in there and him. And by the time he does that, if they don't manage to kill him, then he'll be incredibly trivial for you. While they're doing that, you can go ahead and sense this echo here.
This was an offering to the sage buried here. At the time, it was considered precious.
Once again, that just goes to show they gave something very valuable to this sage. Which once again goes along with what I was saying about my opinions of the Jedi Order. Okay. You notice he's almost got half his health gone. Roll towards him, hit him in the back. Alright. Now we're going to go back the way we came, but watch out because you're going to get ambushed by 2 stormtroopers in here. There will be a scout trooper on the left and this guy on the right. I mean right in front of you. And now that you have force pull, you can kind of use that to your advantage. You don't have anything to do right here. You just come back up. Use your save point, which this is the first one I've used in a while. Wait, do I have a skill point? If I do, I'm going to go ahead and get my switch attack. No, I almost do though. Alright. Now, it's not necessary to return this way, but I'm gonna come down here and get a little bit of XP off this guy and give that Tomb Guardian that's now in there a chance to kill those stormtroopers. As you can see, this guy's now nothing special. Those Tomb Guardians, they look fancy and they might be kind of scary, but they're like one of the biggest jokes in this game. Now come in here, and what do you know? He's just now finishing up with the stormtroopers. First you want to activate this. As you notice, it moved that box. That's why I told you to push the button twice earlier. Otherwise, you wouldn't have been able to push this box up there, as you can see. What you're going to want to do is come right here, jump up here. Take this shithead out. Now you can push this wall out. Hey, babe. Now there's a couple scads right here. Do not open this gate yet. Deal with these guys first. Otherwise, you're going to get yourself bunched up with a bunch of enemies. Yeah, I've had one viewer every night. I don't know if you just automatically get one viewer or what, but... yeah. But it doesn't count me as a viewer. Now, as you saw, I force pulled that lamp to burn those. You want to sense this echo on this one. And now, before you open that gate, you're going to grab one of these with force pull. And you'll see a hole up here. This can take a couple tries. It's kind of hard to aim it. But you got to throw that through because there's water that'll burn the lamp out. If you miss, just snatch it again. Oop, wrong thing. Okay. Dadgummit. Okay. Aim a little more to the left and down. Ah, I think it was gonna go through. Of course, I would go too low that time. Alright. Now that the lamp is in there, you can open the gate. If you open the gate first, though, then the gate blocks the hole. Now, of course, watch out for this guy. Captain Prick shit. Okay. Ah. What the hell? Little bastard. Okay. Oh, hey, I almost got it to the... I did get it to the vines. Now, if you don't catch the vines, you come in here and you pick this up just like so, and shoot it at the wall there, and it'll burn some vines. There's also some vines here you can climb on, but I'm not 100% sure what the purpose of them is, honestly. You climb up here, and I don't need your hint, dude. And you'll scan this. Now we've got a force essence.
A little help here? Feeling much better.
Just walk
Thanks.
down. And now the reason we reactivated that button is, as you can probably guess, that button functions the same way as the one that pulled the lanterns out earlier. And what you want to do is grab this lantern and throw it. And it'll catch on to that. Leave it there for now. You come over here. You'll pull this guy to you. And put it right here. Now you come and get your lantern. And shoot that guy at that. And as you can see now, that ball that was in that big jar is accessible for us. But before you go down there, you're going to do this. Shove this over again. And you're going to want to come back up here. If you don't mess with that guy, he won't attack you. But I'm going to fight him. Okay. Okay. Now, the reason we're coming back this way, we now have access to this vine and this vine. The path we're going to take to get to them, we're going to go to this one first. And we're going to come back up here, and we're going to burn that set of vines that's like right here, and get you that chest, even though I don't actually need the chest. I still have to burn those vines and walk up to it. And then we're going to simply come back across this bridge, which is where we're going to burn the vines from, and come up here and get that one. Then we'll continue on and complete this tomb. Now the method for this is simple. You walk right here, take out this guy, pull this to you, and right here you have a Force Echo.
These are the remains of a Zephonian, a laborer, worked to death.
Just pull the rope back to you, jump back across, pull this one to you, jump here. Let's see if I can make the jump the short way, save myself some time. Okay. Should be able to... Okay, whatever. We'll just go the other way. I'm not going to sit there and waste time trying that. I've made that jump before, but I can't remember if I came back here with double jump when I did it or not. And I don't want to show you something that's not possible. I don't know, babe. It was over there in that pile. Jump right here again. I lost my momentum. Jump right here. You'll just come back across this area. Unfortunately, you do have to follow... You have to complete this puzzle again as you come through. Otherwise, this part would be trivial. But you just... If you remember how you did it, it's no problem. And I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. A large portion of the difficulties people have with this game is just overcomplicating things. They're thinking more into it than is necessary. You wanna hurry up? Don't let that guy shoot you, because he'll take you down.
Hit the Jedi. Assail the intruder.
Asshole. Where you going? Okay. Well, I thought about getting water, but then I forgot. Okay. Nah, don't lie, you're going to buy drugs. No, there's no drugs in this house, people. I'm just picking on my girlfriend. Now, same thing, push the button again. I don't understand why they moved back. I mean, the stormtroopers have no purpose for moving them. Jump back across. I don't believe the purge trooper comes back, but this guy definitely does. Oh, I got him in one hit. Same thing. Push. Push. Slow. Grab it. Oh. Why are you not grabbing it? There we go. Okay. Don't forget about that guy. Look at that. 2-for-1 special. Hey, babe. Why don't you stop in, like, McDonald's or something? Or, well, there's not a McDonald's. Go get some food somewhere. I'm fine with Sonic if you just want to go to Sonic. Just get me the, a jalapeno burger. Oh, okay, yeah, do that. Alright, Burger King's fine. Yeah, and do that Whopper Jr. one. Okay, alright, and you see this right here? Now what you want to do is you grab this lamp. Don't worry, I know there's only 2, so you're going to think that you're limited, but they'll respawn as well. You just kind of aim it over there, same way as you did shooting it through the hole. And boom, first try. Now you just hop down here, and as you saw, the one that I used respawned as I was leaving. Yeah, that one's fine. Hey, make sure mayonnaise, not mustard, please. Or ketchup. Alright, now we come across here. And I know you're gonna think, well, how you plan on getting back across that, buddy? Well, if you look on your right here, you've got these vines. You pull them out. And you swing across, jump, pull this one to you. You want to aim towards the right, because you've got a bigger platform there, and I don't know, babe.
I see you, Jedi.
Okay. Now, if you tug this guy to you...
Expedite this.
Set yourself up to just throw him off the ledge. Get rid of him.
I guess
That didn't quite work the way I wanted it to, but it still worked out. Now you are going to have to kill these scaz, otherwise they're going to get in your way while you're trying to do this part. Unless that one comes out, I'm not going to worry about him, because he's far enough away. But as you see, this is the second vine that I was showing was locked. See how it's still green? Watch, I'll let go of it. Okay, whatever. You just swing this way, jump to this vine, and grab it. And now this puzzle here is almost identical to where we had to throw the lantern through the hole. This one is just a little more involved. As you can see, the big mouth right there. We're going to have to get rid of those vines first. There's no enemies here, so don't worry. Just walk over here and you'll see these guys on the wall. Just shoot them over there. It burns that whole section. Now you just walk in this room. Ignore these for now. Jump over here. Grab one of these ones. You can't reach them from over there, so you have to come across. Now just go back across. And push this button. What that button's gonna do is open that gate. Now you want to grab one of these. Aim up at the mouth. Helps if you get a little closer, that way if you miss, you can catch the lantern. And shoot it up there. I aimed way too high. Okay. Okay, that time I went too low. Oh, I lost that one. This one is actually harder than it looks. There we go, got it in there. And as you see, it burns those vines. Now you come back through here, and you'll find a chest. At this point, we are now complete with the Tomb of Mictrol. All we have to do is now go back down to the lower level, and we'll activate an elevator that will take us out of this area. Now I'm sure you can see them because I have my brightness settings turned up, but if you have yours too low, these vines are kind of hard to spot. So just know they're there. You just walk over, climb up right here. And jump back across. Whoosh. Thought I forgot about you, huh? Okay, and it's not going to kill you, so just jump down the hole here. And you'll see the ball here. You can yank it towards you. And just push it into that socket right there. If it doesn't go in, there you go. Alright. And now we'll let a little cutscene play that's going to initiate when we go inside the elevator, and BD1's going to scan some things, and I'll let y'all watch the cutscene.
Here it is. I have finally found an intact representation of this sacred Zepho artifact. My friend, look closely. This is Mictro at the Vault Ambagano. You can see an object in their hand. Based on this imagery, I believe this object allows a Force wielder to perceive the mysteries of the Vault. This is the key and the guide, the Zepho Astrium. But who would destroy images of it, and why? It requires more research. However, our next step is clear. Find an Astrium, if any still exist.
An Astrium. You ever heard of it? Me neither. But a key. Yeah, I understand that. Looks like we know what we have to find.
Okay. And as you see, even Cordova is perplexed about why they destroyed the Astrium representations, except for this one here, which was hidden. But that just goes to show, once again, it's just like the Jedi. They left one that only somebody immensely powerful with the Force and intelligent could access. But they destroyed all the others to hide that information. And I feel like that's where the Jedi really lost their way. Like, they were literally so blind to the fact that Darth Sidious was there. They didn't think it was possible that the Sith could ever outsmart them. And a lot of that probably comes from the times of the Old Republic and simply just being overconfident in the fact that they defeated the Sith once. Now, we're going to want to... I'm going to go ahead and buy the switch attack. And this attack here is incredibly useful if you watch my some of my clips that I've posted on Reddit, or if you actually find my my gamer's profile on Xbox. You can watch my game clips on there, and you'll notice that I favor that attack heavily.
Good,
and that's also part of the reason why I've been having trouble in the combat.
What are you talking about?
Because I keep forgetting that I don't have it. And so I hold down the X button and I'm waiting for the attack, and then I don't, it doesn't happen. But as you can see, I don't know if y'all caught that.
Thanks.
Damn it.
Thanks. Hope this new encryption keeps
But as you can see back there, when you came out of that elevator, you want to make sure to go get that chest that I was busy talking about my main talking point and forgot to mention, even though you saw me do it. And then you just turn, come the other way, and follow along this walkway. The chest is actually going to be right here. There's a route, so don't run and just see the route and go, there's not a chest here. Jump over the route. It's there, I promise you. Now then you come back around and follow this. You know, left, right, left, just like the military. Then you hit this one. And you want to grab this rope. Now, don't get in a hurry here when you come off on this next ledge. You want to turn left, and you're going to get an incredibly useful ability. This one here allows you, like how you hack the security droids.
What's it like
you can now hack the probe droids. And they're incredibly easier to hack and incredibly more useful.
For a good cause, though.
Because they fly around, and so the enemies have trouble taking them down, and they just sit there and pick away at them. Now you just push this down, you run across here,
we should check in with the Mantis.
and in case you miss anything, now you pull that one. If you, in case you happen to miss something, or like give up on something you were having trouble with, when you were in that tomb, all you have to do is backtrack through this path, and you can get to that elevator, and that elevator will go back down.
Nobody around.
Now, if you look right here, that's that elevator that I got confused about earlier,
like we've been walking into
that I mixed up with the other one.
Wait, do you hear that?
Okay, so you turn this off, and as you'll see, you can now come this way from up here. You just have to climb back up here, And then come, take your left. And there's also this elevator now that you have access to, which you have to ride it. If you don't ride it down, then you won't be able to use it when you come back. But we need to take it down anyways, because we do have a secret down here that we're going to need to go interact with. Well, actually, no we don't. This one isn't the one that goes there. But we will be coming back across the other one. We'll come across this one and this one on our return trip. And once we've done that...
Incoming threat! I bet he runs away
we will
from us.
continue on.
How can we win? Come on, hit him!
Oh, come on.
Can't stand against us.
Assholes.
Looks like he's weak.
I could use the stem.
Alright. Now there is a vine over here you can come and activate while you're down here. But, I mean, it really serves no purpose other than to get you across faster. This Purge Trooper should be back in here. Now that I have Force, I'll show you.
You're swift. Too much for you? That was nothing.
I got a good head start on it.
You won't break through.
As you saw, that switch attack just made short work of him.
Don't fall behind.
Oh, he was trying to do that. Now you just come right here and you pull this thing down. And you'll have it for later. You don't want to use that right now. We're going to keep going this way. But if you go that way, you'll find another path back to the spaceship. And there are 3 different types of enemy you can encounter on your way back to the ship. And I prefer to encounter the one that I'm going to encounter. For one thing, it's the fastest route back to the ship. And for another, one of them is that stupid bounty hunter droid that I told you is an absolute asshole. And the other one, he's just inconvenient. He's actually easier to beat than the enemy that we're going to encounter on our way back. But the other one is just so out of the way that choosing to go his route instead of the other route, you're just deliberately wasting your time at that point. Now what you'll do, you just come back out of here, go back this way, and we'll come up here. Now, same thing, stop the elevator. I mean the fan. Turn left. We can now pull this down. Climb on the wall. And I know you're thinking, okay, what the hell do we come up here for? Turn around. Jump across, climb up. You gotta be quick, because that fan will kill you if it hits you. And now you've got this box right here to open. Jump back down. Take these guys out. You'll want to turn left right here first. Follow the method I showed you on how to beat this guy, which unfortunately I ran out of force. I'll fix that. Okay. Down for the count, my man. Come back across here. Turn left. Pull this vine down. Well, this one's actually a wire. You have an echo here to sense.
An Imperial officer hid a valuable relic here. She's hoping to use it to gain favor with the Emperor.
And now in this charge,
reckless.
and now you've actually unlocked yourself a fancy little way of killing this guy. And now that this door is open, when you come in here, if you force push him in that area, for some inexplicable reason, it kills him. So now you don't even have to waste your force by using the slow... No, stay away from my computer. by using the slow and then a heavy
this
attack.
might be a lift
you just
to the
use
lower floor.
a force push and he's dead.
It'll be good for heading back.
Now we take this down.
Watch out for the fill out.
As you can see, the Imperial headquarters is explored.
He's dead. Don't scare me. Fire. Don't break your guard.
Okay. We did scan this R2 droid. Yeah, we scanned the one on Kashyyyk. If you want to, go ahead and save right here. But I mean, at this point, you should be familiar enough with everything that you're going to encounter that it shouldn't be an issue for you. I am going to take advantage of my skill point. And, I'm going to go ahead and buy this grasping pull. And that's going to come in incredibly handy for the next section of what we're going to do.
We're taking losses. Just need one clean hit. Blast him.
Come on, fellas.
This won't end well. You and me now, Jedi.
Alright. Now you just come back out, and you should recognize that we're at the Weathered Monument. Come through here, you'll have a couple little nuisances to take care of.
Enemy approaching. Smash him.
Ah. He normally doesn't lead with the unblocked
Out of the way. Get up here. Hurry. I knew it would end like that.
shithead. Those guys are like bees, you know? Unless you're allergic to them, all they are is a pain in the ass. Okay. Now, for those of you that missed this, on yesterday's video, once you take this air gust, it's going to take you to this upper area. And there is a Force Echo up there that will provide you with a hidden interaction with a character on Kashyyyk. I'm not going to show its location because I've already done so. But just know it's there. You do have to come through here to get back down safely. But it's right there. You go up there and you get it. If you really want to see the hidden interaction and all that, then you go back and watch the video from yesterday. I'm sorry, but I do have time constraints to keep. And so, I'm going to move on. Now, we're going to run into a new enemy here. But don't bother being too crazy. Just don't let him kill you, because you're not going to be able to defeat him. And the reason is because this section of the game is scripted. What you want to do to make him a little easier is angle him towards the wall, shove him into it, you get rid of his jetpack.
That's gonna leave a mark. Finally, a challenge.
Okay. You can run them out of health, but at that point, you'll glitch the game. And so you've got to be really careful not to actually beat this guy here. Oh, see? He'll eventually shoot you with that and shock you. If you kill him, though, he'll just stand there. And then at that point, the game's glitched, and you're now stuck in that bubble. Occasionally, if you run them out of health, they just automatically stun you, and you move on to this reawaken menu. But it's hit or miss, and the last thing you want to have to do is quit to the main menu and hope to God you've saved recently. Otherwise, you're going to have to redo a bunch of shit. And I mean, go re-find everything and everything between your last save point. Because those things only save temporarily if you die, until you actually physically save. Now you simply hit reawaken, and we're going to be in a new area.
BD.
BD1? Hello, buddy? Where are you? BD? Gotta find a way out of here.
Okay.
Wherever here is.
First thing you're gonna want to do, turn around and look up here.
Is that a
You're
power
gonna yank
cable?
this section off the wall. Now you're gonna yank this section
Something
off
back
the
there.
wall. Now pull the power cable to you. And stick it on the wall here.
I did it.
I know you're probably thinking, who the hell puts the key to getting out of the cell inside the cell? But this is all for a show. This is not... the intention was never to
cold.
actually physically keep him in the cell.
Might be deep underground.
Now this area here is one of the only areas in the game that you can miss and just screw yourself out of, which will cost you the achievement for completing all of BD1's hollow maps. And it's because once you've completed this area and left, you can never return unless you come on a second playthrough. And so make sure that you go to all the areas that I'm going to, even though you think, why the hell's he going to these places? Now this puzzle here actually took me a while to figure out, but it's really simple. You just pull this to you, and you want to stick this one here. Okay, now you turn right here, and you pull this one to you, and you stick it right here.
That did something.
And that
Door
door's
opened
gonna open right there. Come through here. Push this section of the wall. Squeeze through.
Let's see if I can find a way out of here.
Now you're gonna keep walking along. Okay.
Feels like
Follow
I'm being
this.
watched.
Make sure you turn and go this way, so that you get credit for going here. I know BD1 isn't on your back right now, but coming in here still will update the map progress. There's not anything to find, but you've got to make sure to go in all these cells. This is the one we came out of. I apologize. Okay. Jump across.
What happened to
You're gonna
that?
run over here. Just look at this. Come back this way. And you're gonna have to get down there. That can be a tricky little spot to get in, but it does count towards your map discovery. And I said I was doing 100%. That means 100% and hopefully getting you all your achievements, save for some of the ones that require you to do overly technical bullshit. But since you unplugged it, that barrier's now gone, and you can swing down here. It's kind of a tough little jump to make, but there you go. I almost missed it. And you just walk in this little nook, and then walk back out. There's nothing else in here. And you swing up here, grab this ledge. Now pull this guy back to you. And interact with this. You'll now drop down in here with BD1. You'll have a little cutscene.
Hey! Oh, I'm happy to see you too. Let's get that restraining bolt off of you. Jerks. Poor droids. Let's get out of here before the same happens to us.
Okay. Same concept as how you got out of the first cell. Only difference is this one is conveniently set up for droids. Get BD1. Now pull up your map. And as you can see, I'm already 83% explored, even though BD1 literally just got on my back. So how does he know what the hell was over here? But that just lets you know that you don't have to go back for that shit. Because I did. The first time I played, I was afraid I wasn't going to get credit for it, so I went back. And as you can see, now that I plug that wire in again, that barrier is now active. That's why you wanted to do that first. Otherwise, you're just going to have to re-unplug that just to go back down there. Now that you have BD1, you have the means to solve the puzzle that was
BD,
in front of you.
You gotta get through this way.
And it's stupid simple. There's nothing really necessary to do except this here. I don't know why you didn't grab that. Plug this in. You plug this in. But for some reason, when I did this puzzle the first time, even though I did the correct solution, I had trouble getting it to actually work. Like, it would never activate the pole on the left. Dude, grab the freaking wire. See, you need the piston on the left to be pumping also, like the one on the right. You have to do it right here to energize that wire. Oh wait, no. I apologize. That's actually pointless. It doesn't do a damn thing. You just do this. You have to have BD1 overcharge it, but I could not get BD1 to initiate with that for some reason. And so I ran around this room forever. Now it's real simple. You're gonna want to walk down here onto this. Sorry, I bumped my map button.
Hear that? Sounds like someone is home
And
after
once
all.
again, we get to hear the excellent song "Suga and Esena" by the Who. It's a Mongolian metal band. If you've never heard of them, I highly recommend you check them out. Even if you don't speak Mongolian, the music itself is good.
I recognize this band.
You have a save point here. Oh, what did I miss in the dungeon? The hell? Alright. We will return to the dungeon for just 1 second. I must have just barely missed one little corner of the place. Just run around it in a circle right here. And see, now you see how easy it is to miss something. Even myself, I managed to miss something. The easiest way to do it, just run around it like a freaking moron. And you'll eventually find whatever it was that you missed. Circle this little room again. No. Okay. If I don't find it after one trip around, then I'll just let you work on finding it yourself, because I'm not going to sit here and waste 45 minutes looking for 6% of exploration. Especially since I have to now disable this puzzle again. I don't need a hint, BD1. Thank you, though. His hints are worthless anyways. They don't accomplish anything for you. I believe I know what I missed, but we're gonna go check anyways. I highly doubt it was this little tiny room, but run back down here, back in here. It'd be awesome if I could see better. Okay. 94. we came from.
Hey,
Oh,
someone
who's
in
this
there?
guy?
I chuba the nago.
Where are we?
Hopa, sortomo kili uba, shak pudu.
What?
This is new.
Tormo?
Stuta karkina tonta. Tonta.
Okay. I guess you're good.
Hechuta.
I need a second.
Oh. Okay. Okay, that wasn't it, but I'm telling you, that's new. I've never seen that guy before. That's actually interesting. Did I perhaps not walk around BD1's cell quite enough? Okay, I'm about to get fucking pissed. Come on. Swing right. Okay. Alright, now I'm vexed. Hell with it. What? Yeah. I'm gonna give up. Once I get done with this area, I'm gonna call it a night. Well, I apologize that I can't figure out what I'm missing in here that's not giving me 100% exploration, folks, but I mean, as you saw, I literally just went everywhere. There's no reason... Dude, why are you being so difficult with this one plug? I don't understand what I missed here. Screw it. Oh. I went the wrong way. Okay. That's not surprising. My burger in here too? Okay. Alright. So we're gonna go ahead and move on. Once again, highly recommend you save right here. like to just walk out like a badass.
Finally, he arrives! We had action on how long it would take you to get here.
And who are you?
Who am I? I'm Sword Tormo, baby. I'm the boss of this operation. You have greasy forearms to thank for bringing us together.
I will. As soon as we get out of here.
We have a special challenger for you tonight. An enforcer from a bygone era. A Jedi! Let's see what he's got. Oh, somebody get baby his toy.
Show? I'll give you a show.
Alright, you're gonna run into several waves of enemies that you've encountered throughout the game. The methods don't change.
Fallen challengers of the past.
Take them down.
And the great sacrifice they made to make us all.
Make use of these guys, you can get rid of a lot of them right off the bat. I like to deal with the smaller guys first. And now here's a new trick with this guy. Get rid of that tongue, you don't have to worry about it no more.
Keep it up.
Come on.
This is gonna end one way or another. Get the hang of it quick.
I guess the exploding beetle killed him.
You should come
Whatever
down
works.
and face me yourself.
The next wave is going to be the creatures you haven't faced yet, unless you took the time to go to Dathomir out of order. And you can actually still stand them while you're in here, even though I don't recommend trying to. You're going to get yourself into a bind. These guys are a pain in the ass, so just make sure you stay out of their acid.
Just like the Clone Wars. You can't stop them all. Now that's what I call a fight. Let's level this thing. Hit him with something really nasty. Uglier than mating season on Yao.
And when they die, they spurt acid out. So you gotta watch that. Damn. I like to try to get rid of the Wyshik first because you can get rid of him fast. But it looks like this Jotaz is gonna try to keep himself in the middle of it. Alright, got him. While you're doing this execution, you're also temporarily invincible. Now I have the Jotaz that I can focus solely on, and just follow the same method. You've watched me do it several times now. And now the announcer guy will actually comment as to the quality of your fighting here. The worse you do, he'll say, I thought Jedi were better than that. And the better you do, he'll talk about that too. Alright, now at this point, you'll encounter whichever bounty hunter you chose to run into on Zepho. You're gonna use the same method for this guy. He's gonna land in the center of the room. First thing you want to do, get his damn jetpack as quick as you can. And now just whoop the shit out of him. Avoid his flamethrower. If he shoots a missile at you, he's doing you a favor. Come on, prick. Get some.
Ready to die? Yeah. You got me!
So nimble! Do you have any idea who that was?
Got him. He's a dead man, that's who he was. And his name was apparently Bing. Now at this point, you get a little, like, action sequence here where Grease wrecks his spaceship through the wall, but somehow doesn't suck everybody out into the vacuum of space. Which I've never understood about the landing bays on Star Wars, how that worked either, but... Now we've got our cutscene.
Hey, Grease. You're famous down there.
Yeah, they're an ugly group, huh? They smell like used droid oil. At least they're okay.
Yeah, a complication we could have avoided. Luckily, we found you.
We have another complication. The Empire knows about the holocron.
That's not good. The entire mission is now at risk.
And I had a nice chat with the second sister, Trilla.
At this point, Cal starts to act a little bit childish, in my opinion, and I always thought that this part was unnecessary drama that they added in. It just really doesn't make any sense.
She was my apprentice.
Because he's literally mad at her for something that anybody with common sense would know.
We're getting an encrypted message.
But for one thing, it wasn't any of his business. And it wasn't necessary information that he needed to know.
Mari.
Cal, we found Tarful, and he is willing to meet you. That's not all. The Empire overran our position at the refinery. Saw retreated off-world. Some of us have joined the Wookiee fighters in the forests. Be careful.
You too.
Later.
Later. You have her lead.
Okay, this is fine. Everything is gonna be fine. Hey, kid. Hey, wake up. Can we talk? What? Can we talk? I don't know what's going on between you and her. I mean, I figure it's some kind of Jedi thing, but I don't think this is the right time for it.
It's not any of your business.
I think it's my business. And we're all in this together, aren't we? Hey, Cal. I made a mistake. And I almost got you killed. I'm sorry. I mean, we all make mistakes, right? Well, maybe not you. Hey, why don't you cut her some slack? I'm not saying do it for me, but you two are the best thing that ever happened in my life. Before you came along, all I cared about was a tight hand on a stiff heater. That's a game term.
I know what it is.
Cal, life's not a game. Before you two, all I cared about was myself. Easy money. Now it's different.
All right. At this point, we are in space, and our new objective is to reach Kashyyyk. I'm going to go ahead and interact with this and get some of our plants growing. Spice up our ship a little bit.
Sure, but don't they usually have plants in them?
Well, I've been a bit busy hauling you around the galaxy. But you know, you could pay me back with some seeds.
I thought you hated nature.
When it's out there, you betcha. But when it's behind a comfortably thick wall of embarring glass, that's perfection.
All right, I'll see if I can find any.
Okay. And at this point, we have found all the plants that we can possibly find. Now, this is going to be the stopping point for me today. I'm going to meditate here on the ship, and we will be arriving to Kashyyyk in style tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, U.S. I'd like to I'd really appreciate some likes and subscribes if you guys are enjoying this. And as always, my friends, may the Force be with you. Have a good night. Oop, wrong button.